Hi everyone, welcome back to Code Axin. Today we are going to set up our Python using Visual Studio Code, and in doing so we'll start with how to download and install Python, and then we'll dive into setting up Visual Studio for our development environment. Okay. What you need to know that Python is incredibly powerful and beginner-friendly programming language. Its extensive libraries and a supportive community makes it ideal for diverse applications from web development, mobile development to data science. Let's make sure Python is installed on your system. To download Python, you have to head over to python.org website, and from there you click on the download section, and this section will provide you with the latest version for your operating system. For those on Windows, when you download the installer, you will start the installer and then follow the prompt, and you have to make sure that you check the box which says that add Python to path. This is very crucial because to enable you to run Python commands onto your terminal. For the Mac users, you have to download the DMG installer or use Homebrew by running this command brew install and Python. This command will run and install Python to your path. Okay, so after installing your Python on your respective machines, you will need to verify whether the installation was successful or not. You will need to run this command, which is Python, then version. This command will help you to check the version of Python that installed on your machine. If it doesn't provide the version number of the Python, then you need to repeat the process. And now let's set up Visual Studio Code. What you need to know about Visual Studio Code, that is a very lightweight, highly customizable code editor, which is perfect for Python development. To download Visual Studio, to head over to visualstudiocode.com, and from there you'll download the installer. Okay, after that you follow the steps, and then you install for your respective operating system. Once the installer has finished downloading, then the next step is to double click the installer. Once Visual Studio Code is open, and from there you'll see an icon for extensions. Click on it, and then in the search area you search for, you'll see the Python extension for Visual Studio, and then you'll have to install that into Visual Studio Code. Alright, if that is done, then you are good to go. The next thing is to create your project folder on any path, either on desktop. Then after that is to open that folder into Visual Studio Code. Okay, after you select that, then you find the project folder that you have created on your desktop, and then open it into Visual Studio Code. Okay, then from there, then you will go to Visual Studio Code, and then create new files for your Python. For example, you create a new Python file, into your project that you have created. by creating and then naming it the file name with an extension of py that represents a Python script that will be responsible to run uh, your, your, your program. From that script that we created, we can then write a simple program to say hello world. Okay, that program will just print a statement which says hello world. Okay, and that will be our first program to run using Python. Okay, so you open that file, then from inside the file you type the word print, then open brackets, and then surround the word hello world inside the quotation marks. Okay, then after that you close the bracket, and then you run your program. Okay, when you run the program, we will simply print hello world. Okay, and that marks the end of our first session about installation and setting up of our Python environment.